Dear all, today, I would like to share about a very important topic for the health of the elderly, for dangerous mistakes in the morning that people over 70 often make. We all know that morning is the time to start a new day, but for the elderly, this is also the time when the body is most vulnerable to danger. These seemingly small mistakes can lead to serious consequences. First mistake, getting up too quickly. Getting up too quickly after waking up is a common habit but has many potential health risks. After a long night, the body is in a resting state, heart rate and blood pressure decrease to save energy. When we sleep, the parasympathetic nervous system is active, helping the body relax. When we wake up, the sympathetic nervous system begins to be activated to prepare for the day's activities. However, if you change from lying to standing too quickly, your body will not have time to adapt, leading to many harmful effects. One of the biggest risks is orthostatic hypotension, which is a sudden drop in blood pressure when changing position. When you stand up quickly, blood does not have time to circulate to the brain, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, and even fainting. This is especially dangerous for the elderly, people with a history of low blood pressure or circulatory disorders. In addition, sudden changes in position also make the heart work harder to pump blood to the brain, putting pressure on the cardiovascular system. People with heart disease are at high risk of arrhythmia or myocardial infarction when standing up too quickly. In addition, loss of balance due to lack of blood to the brain can lead to falls and injuries, especially in the elderly, those at risk of osteoporosis or weak bones. To ensure safety, instead of getting up immediately, we should lie down for another 1 to 2 minutes after waking up, breathing deeply to let the body gradually adapt to the state of wakefulness. Next, gently stretch to stimulate blood circulation, then slowly lean on your hands to lift your head and back to avoid a sudden drop in blood pressure. Then, sit on the bed for about 30 seconds before standing up completely, then move out of bed slowly. In particular, the elderly, people with a history of low blood pressure, heart disease, anemia, pregnant women, or those who are taking blood pressure medication need to pay more attention to this issue. Second mistake, skipping drinking water. Skipping drinking water right after waking up is a serious mistake that affects health, especially the cardiovascular system, circulation, and metabolism. After a long night of 6 to 8 hours, the body is not supplied with water while continuously losing water through breathing, sweat, and urine. If you do not rehydrate in time, your blood will become thicker, causing your heart to work harder to pump blood, leading to an increased risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and cardiovascular disease. In addition, thick blood is also prone to forming blood clots, causing arterial blockage, increasing the risk of myocardial infarction and impaired blood circulation, causing organs in the body to not receive enough oxygen and nutrients, causing fatigue, dizziness, memory loss, and affecting work performance. Not only affecting the cardiovascular system, not drinking water immediately after waking up also disrupts the body's detoxification process. The liver, kidneys, and digestive system work continuously at night to remove toxins, but without water support, this process will slow down, causing the body to accumulate toxins, impairing liver function, causing constipation, and making the digestive system less effective. In particular, the kidneys need water to filter waste from the blood. If you do not drink enough water, the risk of kidney failure will increase over time. In addition, dehydration in the morning also affects the spirit and performance. When the brain lacks water, the speed of nerve conduction decreases, leading to a feeling of lethargy, reduced concentration, irritability, and memory loss. Tension and stress can also increase due to dehydration affecting cortisol hormone levels. To avoid these consequences, drinking water immediately after waking up is necessary, but must be done properly to achieve the best results. It is best to drink a glass of warm water about 250 to 300 milliliters immediately after waking up to help stimulate blood circulation, support digestion, and purify the body. Warm water helps the body absorb more easily, avoiding shock to the digestive system like cold water. When drinking, drink slowly. Do not drink too quickly to avoid diluting gastric juices. Absolutely do not replace filtered water with coffee or tea because they have a diuretic effect, causing the body to lose more water. If you want to enhance the benefits, you can drink water with lemon or honey to aid digestion and detoxify more effectively. Subjects such as the elderly, people with a history of cardiovascular disease, people with constipation, busy people who often forget to drink water need to maintain this habit to protect their health. Ignoring drinking water right after waking up not only makes the body tired, reduces work efficiency, but also poses many serious health risks. Therefore, form the habit of drinking a glass of warm water every morning to help the body function smoothly, increase energy, and prevent many dangerous diseases. Third mistake, exercising vigorously right after waking up. Exercising vigorously right after waking up is a serious mistake that can have negative effects on health, especially the cardiovascular system, blood pressure, and blood circulation. After a long sleep, the body is still in a resting state, blood pressure is low, heart rate is slow, and organs are not fully awake. If you suddenly exercise at high intensity, the cardiovascular system can be shocked, blood pressure increases suddenly, and even lead to a stroke. The reason is that after waking up, the parasympathetic nervous system is still dominant, helping the body maintain a state of relaxation, slow heart rate, low blood pressure, and blood flow to organs reduced to a minimum to save energy. When waking up, the sympathetic nervous system begins to activate to prepare for the day's activities, but this transition takes time. If you suddenly exercise vigorously, the body cannot adapt in time, which can cause many dangerous reactions such as heart shock, blood pressure disorders, and lack of oxygen to the brain. The cardiovascular system is not ready to handle the demands of high-intensity exercise immediately after waking up. When performing heavy exercises such as running, jumping rope, or lifting weights immediately, the heart rate increases suddenly, blood pressure also increases sharply, which can put pressure on the heart. In people with a history of cardiovascular disease, this can lead to myocardial infarction, stroke, or acute heart failure. Even in healthy people, sudden changes in blood pressure can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting. After sleeping, the amount of blood going to the brain decreases because the body is still at rest. If you exercise heavily immediately, the oxygen demand of the muscles increases suddenly, causing more blood to flow to the muscles, reducing the amount of blood going to the brain. The result is dizziness, loss of balance, and can even lead to stroke if the brain's blood vessels cannot adapt in time. This is one of the causes of stroke in people with a history of cerebrovascular disease. In addition, after a long night of inactivity, the muscles and joints are still stiff and not fully lubricated. If you perform strong movements such as weightlifting, push-ups, or high-intensity jogging immediately, the risk of joint injury, muscle strain, or even ligament tearing will increase. In particular, the spine and joints are under more pressure when exercising without proper warm-up, increasing the risk of back pain, disc degeneration, or long-term injury. To avoid the harmful effects of vigorous exercise right after waking up, you need to have a reasonable exercise routine, starting with gentle movements to help your body gradually adapt to the state of activity. Before officially exercising, warm up your body with stretching exercises, rotating your wrists, ankles, stretching your shoulders, and walking slowly to help your blood circulate better. Exercises such as yoga, meditation, slow walking, or deep breathing exercises will help your body gradually adapt to physical activity without shocking your cardiovascular system. If you want to exercise at a high intensity, give your body time to adapt by gradually increasing the level instead of doing it immediately. For example, start with brisk walking and then move on to jogging, or do light movements before lifting weights. Drinking a glass of warm water before exercising helps rehydrate your body, stimulate blood circulation, and help your organs function better during exercise. If possible, take the time to exercise about 30 to 60 minutes after waking up instead of immediately. This gives the body time to adjust its biological rhythm, blood pressure, and heart rate. People with a history of cardiovascular disease, the elderly, people with high or low blood pressure, people with bone and joint diseases need to be especially careful because exercising incorrectly in the morning can aggravate health problems. Although morning exercise brings many benefits, vigorous exercise right after waking up is a mistake that can be harmful. The cardiovascular system, brain, and musculoskeletal system are not ready to withstand strong impacts after a long night's rest. If not careful, this can lead to heart shock, sudden increase in blood pressure, stroke, and serious injury. Therefore, start the day with gentle exercises such as yoga, meditation, deep breathing, or slow walking to help the body gradually adapt to the state of activity. Maintaining a proper exercise routine not only helps you improve your health, but also protects your cardiovascular system and reduces the risk of dangerous problems in the future. The final mistake: skipping breakfast or eating breakfast incorrectly. Skipping breakfast or eating breakfast incorrectly is a serious mistake that directly affects health, reduces energy, causes metabolic disorders, and increases the risk of diseases such as diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular disease. After a long night, the body needs to be supplemented with nutrients to maintain stable blood sugar, support brain and internal organ function. Not eating breakfast causes blood sugar to drop sharply, leading to hypoglycemia, causing fatigue, dizziness, reduced concentration, and work performance. In addition, skipping breakfast forces the body to use stored glycogen, increasing pressure on the liver and slowing down metabolism. If this condition persists, the body can become insulin resistant, leading to the risk of type 2 diabetes. Skipping breakfast also negatively affects the digestive system because the stomach still secretes acid, but there is no food to neutralize it, which can easily lead to stomach ulcers or acid reflux. Not only that, this habit increases cravings for lunch and dinner, causing the amount of calories consumed during the day to become uncontrolled, leading to weight gain and obesity. Some people do not skip breakfast but eat breakfast incorrectly by consuming too much bad starch such as white bread, noodles, pho, sticky rice, cakes, causing blood sugar to suddenly increase and then decrease rapidly, making the body tired and stimulating the feeling of hunger early. Eating breakfast with foods high in saturated fat such as fried foods, cold cuts, sausages, cheese increases the risk of fat accumulation in the blood, causing atherosclerosis and cardiovascular disease. In addition, eating breakfast too late puts pressure on the digestive system, disrupts the biological rhythm, and affects other meals during the day. To maintain health, the ideal breakfast needs to have all three main nutritional groups including protein, fiber, and good starch. Protein helps the body stay full for a long time and supports muscle building, found in eggs, yogurt, nut milk, beans, and lean meat. Fiber helps improve digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and is abundant in green vegetables, fruits, oats, and chia seeds. Good starches provide sustainable energy without causing a sudden increase in blood sugar, including sweet potatoes, brown rice, whole wheat bread, and oats. Healthy fats help the body absorb vitamins better and are found in nuts, avocados, olive oil, and salmon. Some good breakfast options include oatmeal cooked with nut milk, chia seeds, and fruit, fried eggs served with whole wheat bread and salad, Greek yogurt combined with nuts and honey, brown bread served with avocado and salmon. The best time to eat breakfast is within an hour of waking up to help the body absorb nutrients effectively, stimulate metabolism, and maintain stable energy levels throughout the day. Thus, skipping breakfast or eating breakfast incorrectly can cause serious health consequences, from hypoglycemia, metabolic disorders to weight gain, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. A balanced breakfast with enough protein, fiber, and good starch will help your body stay healthy, maintain stable energy, support digestion, and prevent many dangerous diseases. Dear all, pay attention and avoid unfortunate mistakes. Your small adjustments today will not only help your body become healthier but also improve your quality of life, reduce the risk of disease, and maintain stable energy throughout the day. Seemingly harmless morning habits can have a huge impact on your health, especially for people over 70 years old. So, change today to have a healthy body and enjoy a peaceful life. Wishing you good health and happiness. Sincerely, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue sharing helpful advice together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.